Hey everybody, welcome into the 5th session for Assassin's Creed Shadows walkthrough. And in this episode, we're going to focus on one of the main targets, Wakasa. So I have been playing part of this already. So I, of course, went to the port of Sakai and I learned some tea ceremony from Rikyu, who was a historical figure in Japan, of course, and was a tea master, a very, very famous tea master who also worked alongside of Oda Nobunaga, and he was his tea master, as well as some other characters. And this Wakasa character that we are after, she is close to Osaka Castle, and we're going to be going after her. She was... If I can go ahead and open this up and show you a little bit of this. So go to the objectives here and go down to the, of course, Onryo here. So Wakasa, the masked woman who shot Naoe with a gold-trimmed teppo. So in the tea ceremony that I played offline, of course, she was there. And she was actually mentioning the Ashikaga. And in history, the Ashikaga were the shoguns before Nobunaga took power. Obviously, the first Ashikaga shogun, Ashikaga Takauji, about 200 years earlier, had formed the Ashikaga shogunate. And it reached the height of its power around 50 years later with his grandson, Ashikaga Yoshimitsu. But then their power gradually declined, and by the time of the final Ashikaga shogun, Ashikaga Yoshiaki, in the 1570s, Nobunaga basically sent him kind of into like an exile, and so the Ashikaga shogunate had ended, but Wakasa had mentioned that shogun, particularly in the tea ceremony, when she gave knife from Ashikaga Yoshimitsu, the third Ashikaga shogun, to the tea master, which I thought was really interesting. So that was a little historical note. But anyway, we're going to go after Wakasa, and she is near Osaka Castle. So at this point in history, Osaka Castle is still being worked on, still being built in a way, especially in the mode areas and things. So we're going to go after her. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching these walk-through videos here. And if you like these walkthrough videos, please be sure to hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell for when I drop another one, as well as all of my other content here on the Arena Productions. So we are video game and entertainment related. So here is the hideout. So we built the forge in the last playthrough that I did offline. So we have the forge, and a couple of things I want to talk about real quick when it comes to the inventory. You really want to focus on upgrading, because depending on where you are, depending on the level especially, you're going to really need to upgrade your gear, and you can do that at the forge. So you need to build your forge. And one other thing about the world, you want to make sure that you check when it comes to the castles that you're at, whether it's Osaka Castle or the other castles, the levels of the enemies that you're going to be fighting there. So you might think about going to another prefecture and trying to go to a castle, but that castle might be at like a level 23 and you're like a level 9 or something. So you have to watch out for that. So be careful with that. Okay. So anyway, and one kind of pet peeve I have about this game so far is when it comes to searching for particular enemies, sometimes you really need to use your associates or your spies. So here I'll show you, for example, we have one here. If I can go ahead and pinpoint that. So in the Sakai Firearm District, and you can use them to help you better find particular enemies in a certain area. So you should utilize those spies, or your network, so to speak. And you can build that network as you go through the game. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and go after Wakasa. We need to assassinate Wakasa in this walkthrough. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward. I am at the Homestead. So I'm going to go ahead and fast travel to Osaka Castle and then attack. Actually, maybe I should fast travel here. Okay. So to the Kakurega, and it's closer, because if I go here, I'm right at Osaka Castle and there's a ton of enemies there. So I'm going to try. Actually, if she's inside the castle, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go into the castle. So I've already got the fast travel point here. So let's go ahead and move there. So I'm really enjoying the game. I hope you are too. Let me know in the comments what you think of it. So I'm still playing strictly as Naoe right now. I haven't gotten to any of the Yasuke missions or anything like that. Probably later in the game, Yasuke and Naoe are going to meet. Okay, so 82 meters away, so you can see all of this area. So you can see all of the moats here, all that water. So later on, about 30 years later, the Tokugawa, in the winter and summer campaigns of 1615, they attacked this area, and these moats were like a defensive position. So, but at this point, it's like, 1581. So they are still building a lot of this area here. So, okay, let's go ahead and move down here.
It'll be less trouble if I stay out of sight.
That is true. So sometimes the controls here, and it's usual for most Assassin's Creed games, when you want to jump in one direction, it makes you jump in another direction, unfortunately. So the controls can be very sensitive in these games. So you have to be very careful. So crawling down here. And before I go to attack mode, I'm going to show you what I have here when it comes to my weapons. Okay, so I have the Kusarigama. Kusarigama. It's a common Kusarigama, and these were used a lot by shinobi in this time period. Very effective weapons. And I also have the katana and all. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back to where we need to go here. So she is over in that area. So let's go ahead and keep climbing down. And I'm probably going to get seen at some point here, but see if I can make a kind of a jump. That would be too far. I think I'm going to have to climb down a little bit more here. Well, no. Let's see if I don't get desynchronized. I'm going to try to jump here.
Guards will be on alert. Can't let them see me.
No. Okay, so keep going here. So she's 27 meters away. Okay, so maybe I take that guy out first. Be very stealthy here. Okay. Okay, she's around here. So let's find out where she is. Okay, I'm just gonna go all in here. Loot. Ah. Ouch. Okay, so they could shoot you here. So where is she? See, I want to hide in here, but then I keep popping out. Where is she? Okay, so where is she? She's probably up here somewhere. Oh, there she is. There she is. Nice, there we go. Ooh, take her down.
This is how it all began. A bullet from this temple. You were so proud of your shiny things. This is for killing my father! One less Onryo. The box will be with him, the man on the horse. I should go back to the hideout and tell Tomiko the Onryo are dead.
Okay, I'm going to go do that now. So let me get out of this section, and then I'll fast travel back. Okay, I'm at level 10 now. So there's Osaka Castle. And what's interesting about Osaka Castle, like I said in one of the other previous walkthroughs, is that in current day, Osaka Castle has an elevator to take you to the top. So, of course, yeah, that was something that they installed in it for people that are visiting the castle these days. But let's go ahead and get out of here and go back to the world here. And let's see the objective real quick. So so people of Yamashiro. So Senno Rikyu. So Rikyu. So T-bowls for Rikyu. So maybe we'll do that later, but I just want to go back to the homestead first. See, we don't have anything open for Yasuke yet. So that's probably going to be later on in the game as we progress. But these Onryo here. So we've killed Wakasa now. So that was our primary objective here. So we've got 3 of them down now. So Ido Yoshihiro, he's gone. Wada Koretake, and I did that in one of the previous walkthroughs, and now Wakasa is now gone. So still got a bunch to go here, but anyway, let's go back to the homestead and see. So we've got the league here, and we're gonna talk to Tomiko. So Akechi Mitsuhide's invitation to meet is dangerous, but his complex relationship with Oda Nobunaga could make him a powerful ally. Okay, so we shall talk to her first. So let's go ahead and track that. Okay, so we're going to talk to Tomiko. And let's go to the inventory real quick here. to check out what's going on. So maybe I have a level up here. So I am level 10 now. So maybe we can go ahead. But yeah, see, the posture DPS and critical damage is down on that one. So I'm going to keep the one I have here. And then okay, still that's good. And then the Kusarigama, bad. I think I'm going to hold on to those right now. So, and then check out the Codex. So I really like the Codexes because you can get a little historical perspective of the game. So, Tanto. So I'm going to go ahead and read that for you here. So the Hidden Blade and Tanto combination is a lightning-quick dual-wield weapon. It exploits opponents' vulnerabilities and rapidly dispatches damage. While combos can be extended indefinitely, their limited stopping power means one must rely on reflexes and navigating attack patterns rather than overpowering foes. Discreet and perfect for stealth, this combo allows for concealed carry anywhere. So, yeah, these are another effective weapon. So, and then of course the Kusarigama Gama. So a very formidable weapon for, especially that the shinobi used. So the long katana. So in history, of course, the long katana, even before this time period, was a primary weapon of most of the top samurai, and of course the kunai and smoke bombs, which we haven't really used so much, or I haven't really used much as of yet, but I probably will later on as I have to infiltrate more of the castles. So, and then the mastery. So we've got 3 skill points here, and I'm going to go to Shinobi here and see what I can open up. So, yeah, I'm going to leave that as it is because everything else is still locked. So let's see. Assassin. What can I open here? Okay, I have this one here for Executioner. So increase damage on vulnerable enemies by 2%. I'll go ahead and acquire that. Okay. And then let's see next. And okay. So yeah, you have to train in those as well. So that takes away a mastery point. So then okay, so the world, let's go ahead and go back to the homestead here. So the hideout. So we're gonna fast travel to that. So yeah. So let me know in the comments, are you playing as Yasuke now in the game, or are you still playing mostly as Naoe? So it was interesting, while I was in the Port of Sakai, I had to use an alias. I used the name Shizuka, and that's a common name in Japanese.
Just fix it like you did last time. It was perfect. Auntie Tomiko never knew.
I don't like lying to Miss Tomiko.
You're not lying, Wanta. You're just fixing the stove. I'm the one who's lying.
I like Junji though; he's pretty cool. All right. So this is the homestead here. So like I said, I built the forge offline in the last time I played here. So we're going to go back here into the main hall and then talk to Tomiko. Okay. And see what we can get out of her here. Okay, here we go.
Look, I'm almost finished.
Later, Junjiro. It is done. The 2 Onryo are gone.
They thought themselves beyond justice. It is a good beginning. Our next step is less certain. Our allies got wind of something.
What is it?
Lord Akechi Mitsuhide wants to speak to you.
Lord Mitsuhide.
Lord Nobunaga's most powerful daimyo. More like his dog.
I've seen how he resents his master. It could make him a powerful ally. But how did he contact us? Does he know about this place?
No, We intercepted what we thought was a letter to a commander, but instead, it was a message. For you.
He knew our spies were there. He knew it would get to me. Where does he want to meet?
It only said, at the place where you killed the first.
The first. He must know about the Onryo I killed at Katano. Maybe the others as well.
We need to be smart about this.
If Lord Mitsuhide wanted us dead, he would send soldiers, not a message. This is something else.
Yes, a trap.
It could be a trap for sure. It will be fine. It's dangerous. So, let's see. I'm going to be confident here. I'm going to say it'll be fine.
No, I want to find out what he wants.
Naoe.
I know Katano well enough. No one will see me unless I want them to.
No! You can't go to Katano.
Why? What's wrong?
It's too dangerous. Promise me you won't go.
Don't worry. No harm will come to me.
What was that all about?
I don't know. It's not like him. I'll talk to him when I get back.
Alrighty. Okay, he's in Setsu and he is in Katano Castle. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and meet with him. I'm going to go ahead and make my way there. So I will start this back up as soon as I get there. All right, I'm at the castle now, at Katano Castle, and I'm having to try to find Mitsuhide, and I've been assassinating some guards, trying to get to him. So I'm getting close here. So I'm going to open this door.
There will be no need for that. Please. Time is against us. You are skillful, as I thought you would be.
You were expecting me.
Yes, I was. When you were last here, you did me great service. The one you killed had proven difficult to find. There are others, but you know that.
I'm going to say, you know a lot.
You seem to know a lot about me.
Your work has not gone unnoticed.
Tell me why I'm here.
I want you to help me kill Lord Oda Nobunaga. Did you know Lord Nobunaga practices tea ceremony? He takes Chanoyu very seriously. He spilled my mother's blood without thought. Yet, to spill even one drop of tea, he considers unthinkable.
Oda Nobunaga has spilled much blood.
He slaughters without reason. He must be stopped. His fondness for tea ceremony will help us do it.
How?
Lord Nobunaga believes himself untouchable. He has sent all his generals away. He remains at Honoji, serving tea.
Aha.
Protected.
If that is true, you have an army. You don't need me.
Just defeating him will not be enough. I must take his head. And with you in the temple, I ensure he will not escape before I do.
Why should I trust you?
You hunt a secret group with unknown identities. I also hunt them.
The Onyo.
They call themselves Shimbakufu, such
New
errors.
Bakufu.
When I tell you what I know of them, you will demand to help me. Lord Nobunaga is their leader. It is he who ordered your father's death.
Interesting. Now, before I move on here, I just want to say Honoji is the spot where in history Oda Nobunaga supposedly is killed. But in history, his body was never retrieved. His body was never found. And then about a week later, Akechi Mitsuhide was killed by one of Nobunaga's generals, who, of course, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, who became the leader of the country after Nobunaga. Now, what's interesting here is they're trying to make it out that Nobunaga is kind of like the Templar in this game. Interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and go along with this. I'm going to say I believe you here. So whether this is a trap, we shall see later on, but it's interesting how they're going to try to use Naoe in the Honoji incident as it comes up here. So let's go ahead and go on. I'm going to say I believe you.
How could you know about my father?
I was at every one of Lord Nobunaga's councils. I knew every secret. But if that does not convince you, perhaps this will.
That was him, on the horse.
He was very pleased with the group's success that night. Oh, how he bragged.
What do you get from this?
I am among those who might succeed him. I might even become shogun. But this is not about any one of us. If we do nothing, Lord Nobunaga's madness will destroy everything. Our country will fall. Will you help me kill him?
Yes.
Enter! You will need help with your task. This is my son-in-law, Sadoki. He will wait for you at Kyoto. Do what he asks, but carefully. No one outside this room can suspect anything, or it will be all our heads.
Hi.
Go now. There is much to do.
Interesting. Now that mask there, I mean, it could have been Akechi Mitsuhide that was wearing that mask too. We shall find out, but probably, yeah, we shall see. But anyway, report to Sadoki. So let's go ahead and get out of Katano Castle here. So I don't know if I'll still be attacked. Okay. So let's go ahead and get out. So that was an interesting conversation there. And, but let me hide here for, well, let me go ahead and get out and I can talk as I'm getting out of the castle here. So the thing about Akechi Mitsuhide, like Oda Nobunaga, he was not directly related to the Seiwa Genji. And that's why Tokugawa Ieyasu was able to become shogun. Shogun was like for example, the military leader of the country. The actual meaning was barbarian subduing general. So whether he could have, I don't think he could have become shogun technically, but that's interesting in itself. But yeah, so but it's interesting how they're playing it out here in the game. So, but yes, he is correct. Akechi Mitsuhide in the game so far is saying that Oda Nobunaga is mad, and at this time of Oda Nobunaga's life, he was pretty insane and mad. Like I might have said in one of the other playthroughs, he treated his generals like animals, basically. So yeah, interesting in itself. So let's go ahead and do a fast travel here. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the objectives. Actually, so yeah, so Oda Nobunaga. So the Shin Bakufu. So the Bakufu was like the military organization that was run by the shogun. So the Shin means new. So the leader of the Shin Bakufu is none other than Oda Nobunaga himself. So, which is interesting. So let's move on here. Let's see. Okay, no other people have popped up here. So we've got this. So report to Issei Sadoki. So we have to do that next. So I'm gonna go ahead and track that. So and later on I will get back to. I want to do the people of Yamashiro here. Of course the Senno Rikyu, because Senno Rikyu might have something to have some kind of role to play in all of this later on, because he was the tea master that served Nobunaga. So we shall see later on. So I was talking with him in another mission before killing Wakasa. In this episode, I was playing offline and I was having a tea ceremony, kind of like with Naoe as Shizuka, her alias. And she was taking a lesson of tea ceremony from Senno Rikyu. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to the world situation here. And we need to go way up here. So the belly of the beast. Okay, so we're going to have to go way up here. So I'm going to go ahead and get on the mount, and I'm going to travel. And as I travel, I'm going to show you a little bit of the country here. So let's go ahead and get out. And so we've got a ways, 2,817 meters to go. So let's get our mount here, and let's do a little bit of riding. And get to this spot. So I'm not going to do any of the side quests right now. What I've been trying to do is doing a lot of the side quests offline, just playing by myself. And yeah, it's been fun so far. Kakurega, so Katano Kakurega. So yeah, let's go ahead and get out of here. So I like how the weather changes. I like how the days become night. And I like how the seasons are going to change in this game. So right now, I think we're getting close to the fall season here. So then with the seasonal changes, some of your network, of course, you can mark particular items to have transferred to your homestead. And that's pretty cool as well. So let's see if I can get through this in the... That's pretty cool. You can still, even on the mount, you can go pretty deep. In a lot of the other Assassin's Creed games, you would fall off the mount, and then you'd have to swim your way. So anyway. So the muggy lands here. But one bit of advice, I would advise those of you that are playing this game, stay out of the forest areas, which I'm about to go through here. Because you can reach some really mountainous and hilly areas, and you'll just slide down the hill. But I'm just doing this because I need to get to the next location. So I'm mounting, or just moving my way through here. But so interesting nonetheless, though. So the little mini moat here. It comes to this little fortress. I love being able to pet the dogs and pet the cats in the game as well. So it's really fun. Okay, so getting through here. So usually I would pause and I would make my way to the location, but I just wanted to show you. So here we go. We're going to get into a foresty area here and like the hills. And I want to kind of avoid this. See, sometimes it can be a little difficult, and it's especially at night, it gets really dark. So we're in Yamazaki now. So really forested areas here. So I'm going to keep moving my way, pushing my way through here. So getting my way towards Kyoto here, so you have these little bridges and everything. Whoa! And you'll run into some bandits here and there, and I've taken them out once in a great while. But I've been just trying to mainly stick to the main objectives of this game and showing you the main objectives. Because I don't want to get too ahead of myself and get into like these little side quests and everything during the recordings. So, but anyway, okay. Oyamazaki Kakurega. So we're getting closer here. So Shoryuji. Okay. So let's keep moving. Let's keep pressing our way ahead. We're Oyamazaki Village here. So we're getting closer. So I think once we get to that bridge in the foreground there, we'll pass over that bridge, and there we go. Oh, okay. So make our way through here. Hills of Meeting. So we're getting close. So yeah, so you can see it's like the fall season here. You can see the leaves changing and everything. It's very pretty. So let's keep moving in this direction here. We're almost there. We're getting very close. So this
is too big.
Okay, so Kyoto, of course, the capital of Japan at this time. So once the Tokugawa period started, of course, and then as the Tokugawa period went on, Kyoto was still the capital of Japan until, of course, it became Tokyo, which was during this period Edo. So then, of course, during the Tokugawa period, I mean, it was kind of like the capital city in a way. Kyoto was still the capital, but I mean, technically, it was Edo. So try to find where he is here. So we just moved into Kyoto. So let's go through this. So belly of the beast, meaning, okay. So he's around here somewhere. So I'm going to go ahead and get off the mount and look around a little bit. So this is what I was talking about the investigation zone. I mean, it's good to have your like spies around here, so then you don't have to worry too much about taking so much time to...
The monkeys were meditating?
Are you deaf? Yes, the monkeys were meditating.
They were sleeping.
And then these points here, so the Codex of Hanami, So I'm going to go ahead and open it up, and I'm going to show you the Codex here. So there's a new Codex. So let's get to that. So Hanami. Okay. So, a herald of the coming spring, cherry blossoms are cherished, especially given their very short bloom time of merely a few days. Now, in Japan, right now, as I speak, cherry blossoms are starting to bloom, especially in the Tokyo area. And I live close to the Tokyo area. I'm about 40 minutes outside of Tokyo by bullet train. And even here in my home city, the cherry blossoms are starting to bloom. So, Hanami is a yearly kind of celebration where we have parties in the park and view the cherry blossoms together. So very, very cool. So, and the insect cage. So insects, also known as mushi. So yeah, were commonly exchanged as gifts. Popular species are crickets and grasshoppers during autumn, where their chirping can be heard, beckoning the passing patron. So some stop singing when disturbed, alerting listeners to possible intruders. And during the summer season, the semi are very, very noisy as well. So, but anyway, the insect cage is there. So that's part of the Codex. So let's see if we can find him here. So he should be around here somewhere. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over this here. Okay, so he's right over here. So let's go ahead and meet him and see what Sadoki has to say.
Lord Sadoki, your lord said you would have a certain task for me.
It is well known who I am here. There's no need for such subterfuge. I hope your skills amount to more than this. Our plan relies upon it.
Okay, I will show you my skills.
It will be my honor to show you.
You will find I'm not easily impressed.
If you say so, Lord Sadoki.
As to your task, you will enter Honoji ahead of our attack, concealed on a delivery card. To do so, you must first acquire documents that allow the card past the guards at the temple gate.
Then we will need to forge them.
Of course not! The risk of discovery is too great. They must be genuine. A samurai favored by Lord Nobunaga near Honoji is known to hold such documents. Find him and retrieve them. I'm not concerned with the details of how you do it. Just return when you are successful.
And the samurai?
Did I not say not to concern me with details? Now go!
Boy, that guy's really nice. Okay. So retrieve the papers. So they are in Yamashiro. So they are at the center of Kyoto. So they are west of Nambang Temple. Okay, so I'm going to stop this one here. And in the next walkthrough that I do, I will go ahead and complete this mission here. So anyway, I want to thank you all for joining and watching this walkthrough content. And I really appreciate all of your support and viewership here on the Arena Productions. Thank you so much. And be sure to watch my other gameplay walkthroughs of this series. So episodes 1 through 4 here are in the playlist. So check those out, as well as all of my other content here, entertainment content, and my other gaming news podcast, the Arena Multi-Platform Gaming News Podcast. Right now, I'm on a break from that, but I'll be probably starting that up again in the coming weeks, especially when we get the Switch 2 Nintendo Direct that's coming up this coming week. So I'm really excited for that. So anyway, thank you so much. And for once again, for all of you that are playing Assassin's Creed Shadows, please throw some comments at me about how you're enjoying the game so far. I'd really appreciate those and discussing them together with you all. So anyway, take care, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.